and miscommunication will always result in the simmering hatred that continue to divide the Jews and the Samaritans. Stay with me, we're almost in Samaria. You see, in America, I'm sorry church, I mean in Samaria, was this place where ageism, sexism, racism, classism, and heterosexism was seen daily. The text says, now he had to go through Samaria. Isn't it just like Jesus to go where no man dares to go? To tear down prejudices and go away with racial traditions. He's in Samaria. But isn't it just like Jesus to walk into town and start a conversation with the least of these? A woman at that. He's in Samaria. Isn't it just like Jesus to come into a sin-filled world and die for the Jews and the Samaritans, which includes me and you? He's in Samaria. Isn't it just like Jesus to walk into a place and defy the odds, not point fingers, not pass the buck, not ask why me, but what did he set out to do what he set out to do? Jesus brought equality to people who did not treat each other fairly. The hatred between white America and black America, y'all excuse me, I mean the Jews and the Samaritans was real. It's a known fact that the Jews had no dealings with the Samaritans. But with whom do you have no dealings? Have you purposely chosen to ignore the Samaritans in your life? Are they unworthy? The Bible teaches us that not all Samaritans are bad because the good Samaritan picked up what everybody else passed up. We must need to go to Samaria. Where is this Samaria, preacher? Samaria is every place we may not want to go, but we need to go to have an encounter with Jesus. Okay? Samaria is H-O-M-E because ministry starts at home. Samaria is the jail. Samaria is the New York City mass transit system. Samaria is Brownsville in Brooklyn, New York. The pink houses. Samaria is Queensbridge Project. In Kansas City, Samaria is the Bottoms, the Prospect, and Truth Avenue. Samaria is Hunts Point. Yet Samaria is not just local, but it's global. Can I tell you about Samaria? Samaria is Staten Island, where Sam Lucy's get you chokeholds and you can't breathe. Westwell, Eric Gardner. This is Samaria. Samaria is Stanford, Florida, with Skittles and juice and standing your ground is putting our children in the ground. Rest well, Trayvon Martin. This is Samaria. Right. Samaria is Waller Counter Taxis near Prairie View A&M, where a mere traffic stop gets our sister hung in a jail cell. We will say her name. Rest well, Sandra Bland. This is Samaria. Samaria is Ferguson, Missouri, where firing 12 shots into an unarmed man is okay. And hands up, rest well, Michael Brown. This is Samaria. Samaria is Cleveland, Ohio, where a black male was reported sitting on a swing who turned out to be a 12-year-old Tamar Rice who was shot by an emotionally unstable cop. Rest well, Tamar Rice. This is Samaria. Samaria is Baltimore, Maryland, where spinal cord injuries sustained from unnecessary force causes you to slip into a coma and die. Rest well, Freddie Gray. This is Samaria. If we are going to make this place a better place, like Jesus, we too have to go through Samaria. If we want equality, we must go to Samaria. If we want freedom, we must go to Samaria. If we want liberty and justice for all, we too have to take that walk to Samaria. Jesus understood that his mission included ministry. Too many of us are on a mission, but not about ministry. Jesus was on a mission to get from Galilee, but there was ministry in Samaria. Your mission is to get to work, but there's ministry in Samaria. Your mission is to get to church, but there's ministry in Samaria. Your mission is to get to the grocery store, but there's ministry in Samaria. We have no time to sit back and watch things happen. It's high time that we make things happen. Our children, our grandchildren, our uncles, our aunts, our fathers, and our mothers are being cut down at the prime of their lives because we have to go to Samaria. Samaria is our assignment, church. Samaria is where we need to go. Samaria is where we must go, where we should go. And it's not you, Reverend Edmonds. Look at your neighbor and say, then